Okay, we are going into week 2, and I want to talk about 2 things today that are really important for you on this journey for the next 6 weeks. First thing being the format. So if you've been a part of Fit 610 for a long time, you know there's a specific format that we follow. Monday being arm day, Tuesday leg day, and so on. This 6-week program is designed completely different. You saw from last week's workouts, it was more strength training, time under tension. So really seeing what muscle confusion feels like and probably a little bit more soreness in small muscle fibers of your body. This week, we're going into week 2, and this is going to be a lot more conditioning, week, a lot more full body workouts. And then next week will be the same workouts as week 1. And then week 4 will be the same workouts as this week. I'll talk more about that later as we get into the workouts and you come into the gym. But I do want to remind you to get the best results from this 6-week program, because it is designed completely different than any other formatting I do. I am getting in the recoveries when needed, the stretching when needing, and we're not overloading the muscles. So you can do these workouts 5 days a week and follow it this next 6 weeks. But that leads me into my second conversation with you. In order for you to really get the best results, fuel is everything. And what I mean by fuel, food. So if you don't try to learn this nutrition program while doing this strength training program with me for the next 6 weeks, you may experience some symptoms that I don't want you to experience, which could be fatigue or overexhaustion or an abundant amount of muscle soreness. And that's probably because you're not attempting or you haven't started the meal plan that matches the strength training, okay? So my meal plan, the way I want you to eat around my workouts, which is in the first video that I sent last week, is going to help you to go into workouts with a lot of energy, okay? You're gonna be fueled from the night before on the meal that you're eating that I specifically want you to eat as the loading meal. You're going into your lunches and snacks really good because I'm telling you what type of food groups to eat after each workout. So all of this is key. Okay, all of it's key. Any questions? You know you can text me. I'm super available. All of you text me all the time. And every question I always say is a good question. Which leads me into things that I always make sure I keep on hand. Okay, so I went to the grocery store today, and one of the things I always know that I need to keep on hand is protein. Okay, now for all of you that are my cooking gurus, hands to you. That's not me, okay? Simplicity is the best, okay? So I bought a rotisserie chicken that was already cooked at Kroger today. I'm gonna cut it up, chop it up, put it in containers so I know I have protein available. Then I have a bag of my protein powder here at home. I have one in the car because my favorite way to eat my breakfast, my first meal after my workout, is my protein shake. Okay. Now, as I've been telling a lot of you that have been texting me, not all protein powder is good protein powder, unfortunately. Okay. So I always cue people that your ingredients here should be more vitamins than chemicals, if that makes any sense. Okay. And then you want to pay attention to the ingredients that are in it. You know, you want to make sure, like mine is, be certified. Mine is gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, but has 20 grams of protein in it. So I always make sure I have my protein on hand. Something that I started doing about 6 months ago in my protein shake, because I don't get enough veggies in my day, is I get a bag of frozen riced cauliflower. Now I know this sounds crazy, but I know y'all trust me. And I will before I put any ice or anything, I do water, my protein powder, my favorite frozen berries, and then I'll do a half a cup, sometimes a cup of the rice cauliflower, put it in and blend it up really, really good. And what it does is it makes your shake really creamy and you can't taste it at all, and you get your veggie in. And then I'll add ice if I need to, if I want to make it a little thicker. The other 2 things that I always make sure I keep on hand is my fresh berries, okay? Because you kind of get that little afternoon, like, ooh, I'm a little hungry, what do I need? Well, if you remember my meal plan, you need a fruit and a good fat. And I've always found if I keep blueberries and strawberries on hand, I will cut them up, eat it with one of my good fats that I choose for the day, and I am satisfied. If I don't have fresh fruit on hand, I will grab the chips in the cupboard, okay? So what I want you to think about going into week 2 is I want you to write down on a piece of paper right now. So hopefully you got a piece of paper somewhere. Get a piece of paper, find a piece of paper, or if you can type on your phone while watching this at the same time, I'm not sure. But I want you to think about what did work this week. What in the meal plan, what in the goal for the 100 ounces of water, what in the goal trying to get in 10,000 steps, what in the goal of trying to get in as many workouts, what did work? You may say what worked was, wow, I got through 4 workouts. So this week, I'm gonna do 4 workouts. Maybe it was walking 3 or 4 times a day or week. Maybe for some of you, I know I have one of our clients, Liesl, she found out she could walk while her kids are at practice and gets in those extra steps. For you, it may have been how you positioned your water. Something worked, or maybe it was how you executed your meal plan. Whatever worked, I want you to write that down. Write down all the things that worked this past week. And I want you to look at those things and know that because they worked, they are possible to continue going into week 2. Okay? And then the last thing I want you to write down is, what did you struggle most with? And if you want my nutrition coaching and you want my support as your trainer, then after you watch this video, I am expecting you to text me what you struggled with most. And that's where you get that personalized one-on-one trainer, nutritionist, messaging you today to give you a solution to help you to overcome what you struggled with. So then that is mastered. And just think, each week, we are going to be working on what you struggled with, okay? Because I always say, a healthy you is the best you. So we've got to be open. We've got to be authentic. And then the last thing I want you to say is this: have grace. There are going to be days where you're like, I got in my 100 ounces of water. I got in my 10,000 steps. I'm a part of one of the group texts here at Fit 610, and I'm feeling good, and I got in my meal plan. And then there's going to be days where you may not have been able to do the same thing as the day before. And this is what I want you to say: have grace, okay? Wake up the next morning and be like, it's a new day. I am ready to conquer this, okay? And then as we go through this process, know that as you tap into me for questions and I give you answers, you are going to learn more through this process, and you're gonna be one step closer to your goals. But preparation is key. That's why I went to the grocery store today. If you start grabbing at things in your cupboard, then you need to make the discipline to get in the car and head to the grocery store. Okay, tomorrow is Monday. Tomorrow is strength and conditioning day. It's when the format's different. Remember I told you the 6 weeks program is different. But I'm looking forward to a text where you're gonna tell me, what did you struggle with most? All right, happy Sunday. Week 2 starts tomorrow.